One of the features of this teaching method and of this guitar book is that we don't just learn to play other people's music. That's very important, and it's very important to also learn to play a wide range of music and a wide range of styles, including even music of other cultures. It broadens our mind and it teaches us about other people and other places. But when it comes to composing our music, we can get our ideas from all sorts of places. I composed this little tune in the style of a pop song called Feelin' Free, and here's how I did it. I came up with a rhythm that stuck in my head, and then a chord progression that goes with that rhythm. And that's what we call the hook of a song. So think of your favourite pop song or rock song. It might be a drum beat, it might be the melody, it might be the bass line, such as something like that really sticks in your head and makes you think of that song. So here I've got this simple G, D, E minor chord progression. Now those notes are a funny bit of a shape there, and it doesn't mean to play that note, it means to play that rhythm but with the chord. So it sounds like this: 1, 2, 3, 4. Now the other thing you can do is you can arrange this song so that if you've got a friend who plays the drum kit, and then another friend who plays the electric bass, and then if you've got someone who plays the keyboard or the piano and you put it on an organ or a string sound, they can just hold those chords down, and that sounds quite effective. But don't bring all those instruments in at once. You can experiment with maybe starting with just the acoustic guitar playing that chord, then the drum beat comes in on the second line, and then the tune starts down there in the third line, and then you might bring in the electric bass or the bass guitar down there. Okay, so here's how to strum the chords. That's the first two lines of the introduction. All right. Now you'll notice that I've made it a bit more interesting by strumming some beats a little bit more strongly than others. Not all just the same as. Okay, that's a bit boring. So we make music a bit more interesting by having strong beats and weak beats. And part of being a good musician is feeling where those beats should be. All right. So. That's how to play the chords. Keep playing that rhythm right through. So even on the third line. Now be careful, they change a little bit. And also, there's our old friend there, down on the fifth line, the B7. So that's a really good one there, and you'll still strum it like this. Now, the melody is very simple. The melody is very simple. So down on the third line, it starts on the third fret of the first string. Okay. Now you might not see those notes. You'll also see that when it goes up to the B, that's the above the ledger line there. Your teacher can help you find that. The B, which is down there on the, there's one down there on the fifth line underneath the E minor chord. It's above one ledger line, and it's up here on the 7th fret. Now you'll see the C there is up there. So I'm going to play the whole tune, but just from the third line. So look at your music, and then you can also look at this DVD and see where those notes are. 1, 2, 3, 4. You know, if you have music software such as GarageBand, you can try dragging some drum loops in there, and then a bass line, and then maybe even a keyboard sound, and you can construct that song completely in music programs such as GarageBand. But if you have friends that play guitar and electric bass and drum kit, it's much more fun to do it with real instruments, I think, and with other people. And then you can use the melody that I've written and make up your own words to go with it, and there you go, instant pop song. To go a step further, you can make up your own chord progression, think of your own hook, maybe a bass line or a certain drum beat, make up your own tune that fits that chord progression, and then start to learn how to arrange the song and organise the instruments, and you're on your way to writing your first hit.